In this video, I'd like to show you how you can add a project to the HalloWeave forum and groups. It's going to be important that we post our projects so that other members can see what we're working on. And most importantly, at the very end, there's going to be a People's Choice Award, and they're going to be voting based on what they see. So the information that you provide in a projects will be looked at and voted on. And the only way that you're eligible is if you get it in the right folder. And I'm going to show you how there are a couple different folders and how to get into the correct folder. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the Projects Navbar button, and that'll bring up my projects. And you can see all of the projects that people have been placing, and there are pages and pages of projects. We don't want our HalloWeave projects to be mixed in with this because it would just take too long to sort through them. So the tech team has graciously given us our own tab, and that's our HalloWeave tab that's right here. Once I select that, you're going to see the list of projects that have been added to the HalloWeave group. And right now we have a couple, these are all just trials, so we'll be deleting these 4 before the session begins. So I know that I'm in the HalloWeave tab, and it says so over here, Home, Projects, HalloWeave. It also says it up here in the URL line. So what I need to do is I need to add a project. So I'm going to come down here to this orange box and add a project by selecting that. And we have a form that needs to be filled out with our project information. If it has an orange asterisk, it's going to be information that's required. So I'm going to put in what my title is. And for the images, I'm going to choose a file from my computer and upload it. If I have more than one picture, I would add another item underneath it. And you can add a couple of pictures. That might be a nice option. Remember, we're doing this so that people can vote, and the voters will choose their favorite, and the person with the People's Choice Award will win a very nice prize at the end of the HalloWeave event on November 1st. So the more you post, the better your chances might be. On this project, you're going to see other information. It's asking you for a draft. If a draft is already in the Weaveolution system, it can be accessed through here. Anytime you see that little dot means that things have already been added, and you could look for it and search for it by, if I wanted plain weave, all I have to do is type in a couple words, or a couple letters rather, and it would bring up everything that starts with that. Let's say I say twill. So all the twills will come up, and I could just say whatever it is, or lace weave. And you can, if you know what it is, you can just say that we'll just say it's huck lace. And the project status, you can fill that in if you'd like. You can say that you're working on it, you haven't started, but this is what you want to do. And you can fill in the date. Now, there aren't any orange asterisks, so this isn't mandatory, but I think that the more information you give the reader, the more they're going to be engaged in your project. The most important thing, and the reason we have this video today, is because if you want to be included in the HalloWeave People's Choice Award, your project has to be in the right folder. And the way you do that is by adding your project, and you select your activities and contests. So right now, none is selected. This would, if I didn't select anything in this drop-down menu, this would just go in the Mass Weaveolution projects, and it would take quite a while to find it. If it's going to be eligible for a prize, you must select HalloWeave 2011. Then underneath it, associate yourself with your team. And then the last thing that you have to do is put in the number of shafts for the project. But again, the more information you fill out, the more the user is going to be engaged. You can give yourself a little description here. You can add pictures. It's easier to add pictures up here at the top than it is down here in the inline, but you can certainly add pictures if you like, just like you do in other parts of the Weavolution postings. And once you've added all the information, you can go ahead and save. You can edit this later if you'd like. Now my bamboo shawl has been created, and if I go to projects, you're going to see it here with everybody else's, but more specifically, if I go to HalloWeave, now the HalloWeave tab, this is going to be the important area to be in. You make sure that your project is in the HalloWeave tab. If it's not, you're going to have to go back and edit your project. To include the activities and contests in the HalloWeave teams. This area is very important to be in the right tab for voting. And also to, even if you don't vote or don't care for that, people are still going to want to watch the HalloWeave teams as their projects build. So I'm going to go back to save. Computer seems a little slow today. My file has been updated. Like I said, you can add pictures to your project, you can edit it, you can delete it, but please, for voting purposes, make sure it's in the HalloWeave. And that's all there is to it. If you have questions, just post them on the forum, and one of us will get back to you as soon as we possibly can. Thanks.